Good morning, Santa Clarita. Welcome in. It is a good morning indeed for a Saugus family. We've got breaking news this morning. The Santa Clarita woman from Saugus that had been missing since last Saturday. Family members have confirmed that she has been found this morning. Theodore Paris has been found safe. Family members are confirming, and so we just wanted to update you on that. Thank everyone for their thoughts and prayers. Again, the missing Saugus woman had been missing since Saturday, this last Saturday, but Theodore Paris' family is confirming this morning that she has been found safe. So wonderful news for that family and for our community. We thank you all again for your thoughts and prayers for her. You are listening to KHTS, your hometown station this morning, 98.1 FM and 1220 AM on the AM side. This is SCVI Charter Schools, Eye on the Valley, Homeschooling Answers. I'm Matt Watson, your host. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed. It's nice and warm out there. It's a gorgeous day. And if you're listening to the replay of the show and it's not Friday, well, who cares? Because it's quarantine. All the days look alike anyways, right? So let's go ahead and get started. This special edition of Eye on the Valley, Homeschooling Answers, is brought to you by KHTS in collaboration with SCVI and iLead Schools. We come to you live each day at 9 a.m., providing support and updates for you on your distance learning journey. We're also here continually curating and adding new resources to our website, homeschoolinganswers.com. There's all kinds of resources on that website for you to help your kids with their curriculum. You just click on the grade level you're looking for, the subject you're looking for. We've also got parent tips. We've got princesses reading stories to your kids. There's all kinds of resources. Pop on homeschoolinganswers.com and check it out. So let's launch right into it. We've got a crazy busy show today. We've only got 1 hour, but we've got 4 different guests coming in. We've got Dr. Marwa Kilani from Providence Holy Cross. We're also starting a very special segment today. I'm really excited about this segment. We're going to be having a senior from one of our area high schools call in each day. We're calling this segment Senior Spotlight, where we're honoring individual seniors from our area high schools during this time that should be an exciting one for them, except, the pandemic and all that just kind of squashed what should be the most exciting semester of their high school career. We've also got some fun facts and a very special surprise guest here with an update. So let's get right into it. Like I said, we're really busy today. My first guest is Dr. Marwa Kilani. She's a medical director of palliative care at Providence Holy Cross Medical Center. She has a BS in physiological sciences from UCLA. Go Bruins. Her MD from UC San Diego. And to balance her brilliance, she's also got an MBA in healthcare administration and management. She's a huge LA sports fan, from the Galaxy to the Kings to the Lakers, but she's a much bigger fan of her amazing twin boys. Dr. Kalani, welcome in.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. So first of all, tell us a little bit more about yourself, your specialty, the patients you work with. What is it that you do?
Well, First, I'll start off that I am a native Southern California kid.
Right.
I was born and raised here, raised in the San Fernando Valley, and pretty much have lived my whole life in Southern California. I specialize in internal medicine, and this is a hospital-based focus with a secondary specialty in palliative medicine and hospice. So the patients that I'm seeing are suffering from pretty serious illnesses, and our specialty really focuses on enhancing quality of life, helping to improve symptoms, helping to provide support on an emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual basis, and really helping really navigate the health system. As you had mentioned, I do have a set of twins that are 12 and a half, and we've been homeschooling these last few weeks, actually the last 5-6 weeks, and that's been pretty exciting. But yeah, they were supposed to have been graduating from their 6th grade class this year, and we've yet to know what ceremonies will be in place for them.
Well, terrific. Thanks for joining us. Now, you work at Providence Holy Cross Medical Center in Mission Hills.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone is asking the same question to you nowadays. Tell us about COVID-19 at your hospital. So tell us about COVID-19 at your hospital. What's the situation at Holy Cross?
It has been quite an experience. I'll tell you, our first case of COVID-19 came across our doors about 5 weeks ago. And at that time, we had no idea really what we were in store for, but we had been thinking of ways of really how can we coordinate all of our leaders within the hospital setting to assist and care for our patients in the best way possible. You know, we started off screening all visitors coming to the hospital in regards to their travel exposure and any symptoms, and so we took some really good initial steps. But within the first few days of after having our first case, we recognized that the subset of patients were not only very ill, but also the numbers started tripling pretty quickly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we now, as you know, only a very small percentage of patients actually go to the hospital that are COVID-19 positive. Mm-hmm. So for the most part, majority of patients who are infected with COVID-19 don't require hospitalization. But the ones that we're seeing are of the sickest. So at the time of our first case, we had quickly already activated two task forces within the hospital setting, one that's clinical, one that's administrative, and we were very strategic. We figured out what was the best way to manage the patients, the workflow. We reviewed our guidelines on entry to the hospital, our protective equipment, testing, treatment, surgeries, ventilator management, and even discharge planning. We had it all schematically in place. And these task forces are ongoing. We meet every morning, and of course this is done by video and conference calling. And we're constantly up to speed with the guidelines, policies, pathways, the health department recommendations. So we're constantly reviewing material throughout the day, and this has been going on for weeks. And in fact, I had to drop off from our morning call to join you this morning, where we were just talking about convalescent plasma treatment, which hopefully should start early next week. So, we've just been up and going. We're extremely organized, and we have been prepared. So our staff keeps us in check. Our nurses keep us in check and let us know if there are any deficiencies. And we've got such an amazing administration led by our CEO, Dr. Bernie Klein, and the staff's needs are heard, and we move forward, and he activates. So we're very fortunate.
That's good to hear, and we appreciate you dropping off that call to join us again this morning. We really do. So do you guys have all the beds, all the PPE, all the equipment that you guys need in order to sustain this pandemic? Yeah,
actually, we've been planning for any type of surge potential within our hospital setting. Just to kind of give you feedback about our hospital, Providence Holy Cross is one of 50 hospitals within the Providence St. Joseph Health System.
Right.
And this goes from the states of Alaska down to Texas. It's nonprofit, faith-based. So we were actually able to learn a lot from our sister hospitals up in the state of Washington, where the initial outbreak happened.
Right.
And actually that was the first identified case was at one of our local ministries. So just to give you background on Holy Cross, it's a 377 trauma level hospital, and we're really equipped to handle the sickest of patients. So we're fortunate to have enough rooms, enough ventilators, and staff to really handle any surge of patients that may come our way. We feel that this last week has really tested our surge capabilities, and we've done remarkable. So our entire medical center is really geared around the care of all of our patients, not just COVID-19 infected patients. So our services continue, stroke and heart care, cancer care. We've got some more limited surgical services, but that may come around in the next week or two. So we're really delivering our treatments and care without any faults.
Well, that's great to hear. Now, you're familiar with our station owners, Carl and Jerry Cerati Goldman's odyssey with the virus, and several weeks back they started talking about the doctors around the world, their high level of interest in their blood types. Well, now we're hearing more and more about the correlation between blood type and our susceptibility to the virus. Can you clarify that at all for us?
You know, that was actually a pretty interesting correlation. Yeah, I was actually following their journey on their Facebook posts. Jerry and Carl are magnificent people, and boy, did they have a trip! I'm sure they didn't expect
right
when they signed up for that cruise to have gone through this journey. Yeah, but the correlation, I think there's still more information yet to come on that. The study that the news had been referring to had originated in China, where they looked at a subset of patients within 3 hospitals that were treating COVID-19 patients. And they compared their blood types with the general public in the Wuhan province. You know, that's where COVID-19 originated. But what they found was that those with blood type A had a supposedly higher risk of acquiring coronavirus, whereas those with blood type O had a lower risk. And just for your listeners, it's important to know that there are 4 different blood types, A, AB, B, and O. I happen to be a B. What is your blood type?
I am B as well.
Oh, there you go. So it's also important to know that this study has not been validated. It's not been published in a peer-reviewed medical journal. So from the medical perspective, it is not valid. So for those of you who are type A or type O, you really should just take this information with a grain of salt, because there's really no conclusive data or anything published about it yet. So I'm sure there's more information to come. I know people are very interested in this.
Okay, so regardless of our blood type, we need to keep our masks on this weekend. So speaking of blood types...
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so speaking of blood types, do you know how our area hospitals are doing on blood supplies? Are things okay? Should our listeners be considering donating?
Yes, please, please, please. Actually, we're always constantly in need of blood donations. It's a critical element of the care and treatment that we provide to our sick patients, not only for those with COVID-19, but those who are trauma victims, fighting cancer, and those with, organ disease. Your listeners really need to find their local donation centers and donate. I can't stress it enough. In fact, one of my good friends had just posted about it this week on Facebook, and it reminded me to go out and seek out my local Red Cross. If you go to the Red Cross website or just call 1-800-RED-CROSS, that's really the best way to find your local centers.
Okay, and folks might equate that with medical centers, hospitals, things like that, and they might worry about health risks of donating. Is it still safe?
Yeah, absolutely, because the American Red Cross is in the business of helping those in, catastrophes, if you will, so that it is safe to donate. But not every center may be open, so it's important to find out where locally are the centers available. So I would encourage anyone to donate. And in fact, if you've had COVID-19 and have recovered from COVID-19, your blood and your plasma is in particular of need because it may be treating those who have active and very serious infection from the current virus. So I strongly urge all of your listeners to go out there and donate blood.
Okay, so get a hold of the Red Cross and make an appointment today. Another easy step that
please.
Just about everyone can take that would make a huge difference in the life of others is signing up to be an organ donor. Can you talk a little bit about that? Why is that so important, and how do people register to donate?
It's funny that you asked about organ donation because it's something that I'm very passionate about. It's important to know that there's over 110,000 people on the wait list for an organ, and that's to hopefully save their lives. And for your listeners, just to kind of give them perspective, 20 people die every day waiting for an organ. So being an organ donor is a life-saving potential for numerous people. It could be not just the 8 people that could potentially receive solid organs, but numerous are saved with skin and tissue donation. So being a registered organ donor is so important. And, God forbid any of us have to be in that position of having to either authorize or have to donate. But the gift of donation is remarkable. Going to the One Legacy website is probably the best way to find the resources to sign up, and you can also sign up through the Donate Life website. And if you're renewing your driver's license, which all of us have to do at some point or another, you could do that right then and there. I was a first organ donor at the age of 16 when I got my driver's license. And I discussed it with my mother at that time, and we agreed that this was the right thing for me. And so I encourage all of your teenagers out there that are driving to be organ donors. So that's when I started.
Okay, so you can go to onelegacy.org. I will post that website on our Facebook Live comment section. So we've got just a couple seconds left, but general recommendations. It's been about 6 weeks of quarantine now. We're all getting a little antsy. The weather's going to be beautiful this weekend. We all need a serious trip to the groomers, get our hair and nails done. And is there much health risk in heading to the beach this weekend, maybe sneaking off to one of those barbershop speakeasies or back alley nail salons?
Yes, there is risk. There definitely is risk. Just to, again, give your listeners perspective, there's close to 18,000 persons in LA who have been tested positive for coronavirus. And it is extremely debilitating, and there's been nearly 800 deaths. So this is a very serious situation. What I recommend is you follow your local city mayor's guidelines because they are in coordination with our public health officials, and essentially don't go rogue. Just follow what your city mayor has and follow what the orders are. So as of now, Mayor Garcetti of LA has not lifted the Safer at Home emergency order. So we all need to, instead of going to the beach, go to our backyard, sit in front of sprinklers, or jump into a pool. And in regards to grooming, well, beards are in right now, right?
Right.
And there's lots of at-home manicuring kits. So let's take advantage of the time spending with our families, staying healthy and safe, and I think that's really the best way to go. And just let's ride this through, but let's ride this through safely.
All right. A couple more weeks, we'll all start taking our flashback 1970s photos. That'll be good. Dr. Kalani, thank you so much for your time, your expertise, and your service. Stay safe. We really appreciate it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I've got a special surprise guest with an update on something that we talked about earlier this week and fun facts. And a little bit later on, we've got our first senior spotlight. You're listening to SCVI Charter School's Eye on the Valley, Homeschooling Answers. I'm your host, Matt Watson, on your hometown station, KHTS.
You see so much when you look at your child. A creative spirit that surprises you every day. Curiosity that develops into exploring unique passions. A little leader growing every day to discover who they are, what they love, and how they can make their mark on the world. At SCVI, we see those same amazing things. Our tuition-free K-12 charter school gives your child boundless opportunities to think critically and imagine freely, with a customized learning program built around each individual student. As iLead's founding school, SCVI combines an immersive approach to traditional subject learning with extracurricular activities including STEAM, robotics, theater, music, and sports. SCVI has the only international baccalaureate program in Santa Clarita, with a 10-year proven track record of graduates excelling at top universities. And we're in your backyard, just off the 5 freeway in West Santa Clarita Valley in Castaic. For enrollment information or to learn more about our program, including homeschool options, visit iLeadSantaClarita.org. iLead Schools, free to think, inspired to lead.
Hi, this is Dr. Palucki, and as an essential service, we'll be open throughout the coronavirus crisis, with increased sterilization protocols and staggered scheduling to improve social distancing. If you prefer to stay at home, please download my Healthy Living COVID-19 program on the KHTS Coronavirus Experts page. It's a 30-day online plan with healthy recipes, stress reduction videos, home-based exercises, and supplement guidelines to stay healthy throughout this crisis. We also have several home-based plans for neuropathy, diet, exercise, and home-based rehabilitation. You can schedule a free phone consultation at 661-753-9340 and order any of our immune-enhancing supplements from the products page at drpilecki.com. I'm Dr. Thomas Pilecki, and I invite you to come out of this crisis better than ever.
The best live theater can be found right here in the Santa Clarita Valley. The Canyon Theater Guild has been entertaining audiences for decades with top quality musicals and plays. Located on Main Street in Old Town New Hall, CTG also offers workshops for the young actor in your family. For more information, call the box office at 799-2702 or go online to canyontheater.org.
The minute I open my door,
Debbie Morris has a problem.
I say, oh my gosh,
A really big problem.
the dog, the cat, my 3-year-old.
Debbie's house is a mess.
How can one family create this disaster?
Debbie needs Made for You.
I need help.
Professional, residential, and commercial cleaning, locally owned. You choose the schedule: weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or even one-time seasonal cleaning. Call 255-2922. That's 255-2922. Made for You.
Made for You rescued me.
Dutton Plumbing, it's Eric.
Son, it's Mother. I was thinking, son. Wait a minute. Cut, son. I'm coming into your sound booth.
Mom, what are you doing?
I don't think we need a commercial. I want to let everyone know that we're open for all the usual services, but that we also care about what's going on.
You know, you're right. There's doctors and nurses out there I want to thank, along with the police and the firemen.
And as a mother, I want to remind parents to teach their kids to wash their hands more often and use plenty of soap.
Even our plumbers are using extra safety devices like gloves, booties, and use disinfectant on all the surfaces they touch. And you know, that's a good idea for anyone interacting with the public right now.
I just want us all to stay safe and healthy. And that they can call us for anything they need right now.
That's why I love you, Mom. You think about our customers first. Give me a hug.
Son, social distancing.
DuttonPlumbing.com. Your hometown station.
KHTS is the only station I listen to.
98.1 FM and AM 1220.
Welcome back. You're listening to KHTS, your hometown station, 98.1 on the FM dial and 1220 AM. We are also live on our Facebook live feed. Just go to Facebook, KHTS Radio, and there we are. This is SCVI Charter Schools Eye on the Valley, Homeschooling Answers. I'm Matt Watson. A little bit earlier this week, maybe a couple days ago, we spoke with Jodi Blinn, English facilitator at SCVI, who is the Get Lit Poetry Slam coach. I would love to put that on my business card. Amazing. The Get Lit Poetry Slam coach at SCVI. Her team competed in the quarterfinals yesterday, one of 20 teams in the quarterfinals. And so let's check back in with her to see how it went. Jodi, good morning.
Good morning, Matt. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming back to update our listeners. Our listeners will recall that the Poetry Slam went virtual this year. 20 schools, over 100 participants Zooming in from home. Such a cool event. I really enjoyed it. So, how did it go?
Well, we advanced through our quarterfinal bout to semifinals, and I am so proud to say that we came in first in our semifinal bout, and we will be advancing to finals on May 8th.
Fantastic. That is great news. So your team was in the quarterfinals in the morning. They advanced to the semifinals and took first place in their group. That is wonderful news. So how many groups advanced to the finals out of these 20 schools?
4 teams advanced to the finals and compete to, I guess, be crowned the winner of the Get Lit Slam Finals.
That is fantastic. That is so amazing. Congratulations. Now, Jodi, so you mentioned you're going to the finals. What's next? How do the finals work?
So they work much like the quarterfinals or the semifinals work. There'll be 4 teams competing, and there are 4 rounds of poetry, and scored by 5 judges, and the highest scoring team will win.
Well, that is fantastic. So how about a shout-out to your poets? Who all competed?
Okay, so my poets are Hannah Davis. She's an 11th grader. Joanna Wong, an 11th grader. Micah DeChoto, an 11th grader. Gabrielle Gomez, a 10th grader. And Elliot Adloff, a 9th grader.
Wow, so you've got some you've got some upperclassmen, but no seniors. So you're carrying an experienced team even into next season. That is great news. Jodi, congratulations. Nice job. Congratulations to you and your team. Way to go, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. We'll talk to you real soon.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, my next guest is on. I told you guys this is going to be a fast-moving show. There's great news out of SCVI. Again, congratulations, Jodi. Congratulations to all the poets. Now, I do have another guest due to popular demand. You know, people have been calling. The phones have been ringing off the hook. Where's that Tony guy? So Tony Watson is joining us on the phone. Tony, we appreciate it. You know, our listeners have been clamoring to hear from you again. Well, at least Fred Arnold was. So what have you got for us today, Tony?
And we're back!
There he is, Mr. DJ Man. How's it going, T?
Doing well, thanks. Hey, I thought I'd start off Friday with a few little fun facts for you.
Okay, great. We love fun facts. Yeah.
Perfect. Did you know that no number before 1,000 contains the letter A?
1, 2, 3. No number before 1,000 contains the letter A. Interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll put that on homeschoolingAnswers.com.
Outstanding. Sticking with letters, you know that there's only one letter that doesn't appear in any U.S. state name. Can you name it?
How about X?
X, no. You got New Mexico and you got Texas.
Ah, yeah, and Patty's pointing at me, Texas. I forgot. I messed with Texas. Okay. Well, you know, you mentioned New Mexico, Tony. You know that orange is the new black and 40 is the new 30. Did you know that New Mexico is the new Mexico?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did. But no, the letter is actually Q. There's no letter Q in any states. And speaking of states, did you know that the American flag in its present form was designed by a high school student? It was actually a school project back in 1958 for Bob.
So you're talking about the one with 50 stars, not the Betsy Ross thing. Okay.
Correct, the one with 50 stars.
Okay.
It was created back in 1958. A junior in high school by the name of Bob Heft, for his history class, he created a design with 50 stars, even though Alaska and Hawaii hadn't become states yet. He turned in his project, and his teacher gave him a B-. Later on, Heft submitted his project as part of a contest, and he submitted it to Dwight D. Eisenhower, and his project won. So when Alaska and Hawaii became states, his adaptation of the flag was created, and his teacher went back and changed his grade to an A.
She better have. The president gives me an A. I better get an A from you too.
The funny thing is, after being done dirty by his teacher, later on, Heft became a high school and a college facilitator.
Nice. All right, congratulations. That's great news.
Talking about U.S. presidents, did you know that the only U.S. president that was also a bartender?
The only U.S. president that was also a bartender. Let's see. I'm tempted to say Ronald Reagan, but I know his bio pretty well. So I'm going to go, Millard Fillmore.
Honest Abe, Abraham Lincoln. He was certainly fought for freedom of the slaves in the Union, but he was also a licensed bartender. His liquor license was discovered in 1930 in a Springfield liquor store where it was on display. During his time in New Salem, Illinois, Lincoln was the co-owner of the Berry Lincoln General Store and Drinking Establishment, along with William Berry.
Wow! So he was slinging the shots. I guess we know what he had up under that hat, though, didn't we?
Exactly.
Carrying a couple of bottles around there just in case patrons walk in. All right.
He had a fifth of something. And then, do I got time for one more?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, we'll stick with presidents. Did you know that Theodore Roosevelt had a pet hyena?
Theodore Roosevelt had a pet hyena. Okay, that makes sense. I know he used to love to go on safari. He used to love hunting.
Right.
Okay.
His hyena's name was Bill, and it was a present from the Ethiopian emperor. Now, Roosevelt also, as you said, he liked the wildlife. He was also famous for his many pets. He had a one-legged rooster, a badger, a pony, and a small bear. Go figure.
His hyena's name was Bill, and he had a one-legged rooster. That is great. Was his rooster's name Skip?
I think it was Eileen.
Oh, okay. It's a rooster. I doubt its name was Eileen.
Okay, maybe not. That's all I got today.
Tony, always fun to chat with you. We appreciate it. That was lots of fun. You take care. Have a great weekend, T.
Christmas show tickets?
Hey, absolutely. Yeah, hang on for Ted.
All right, thanks.
I do want to remind our listeners as we're easing into the weekend here, our schools are still continuing to meet the needs of all of our kids, whether it's academic or nutritional. Many schools around the valley and all over the country are doing drive-up food delivery, and that includes SCVI and I-Lead schools. Actually, they're doing it right now because we go every morning, 9 to 11 a.m. So you can head out to, on the west side of the valley, SCVI, east side of the valley, I-Lead Agua Dulce. We do it a little bit later at Agua Dulce, 10 to 12. But not only are they providing 2 meals for every child 0 to 18 years, regardless of whether or not you're enrolled in our school, today, since it's Friday, they are also providing a package for food for the weekend, so that Saturday and Sunday doesn't have to be a struggle either. So go ahead and head over there to pick up some meals, not only for today, but for the weekend. Again, SCVI and any I-Lead school in the Antelope Valley, Agua Dulce, you can pick up those meals. There's other area schools doing things very similarly. So if SCVI, I-Lead Agua Dulce, or other locations are not convenient for you, get on the local district websites to see which schools are delivering food for our kids. We spoke with Bradley Gross yesterday. Santa Clarita Grocery is taking care of your grocery needs. So if you're older than 18 and need a little bit of help, call Santa Clarita Grocery and you can get hooked up with them. If you're a senior, we had Kevin McDonald in earlier this week talking about the amazing service that they're providing for our seniors. Give the Senior Center a call. You can sign up for drive-up meals, or if you're not able to get out, you can sign up for their Meals on Wheels delivery system. So if you or a senior that you know needs that type of support, give the Senior Center a call at 661-259-9444, 661-259-9444. We do have to take one more commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to be kicking off our new feature, Senior Spotlight. You'll meet a talented young man from one of our local schools who has a heart for service, so we'll talk to him next. And for more information on how COVID-19 is affecting our valley, go to hometownstation.com and click on the red banner. There you'll find tips on the economy, health updates, special business hours, and much, much more. You're listening to SCVI Charter School's Eye on the Valley, Homeschooling Answers. I'm Matt Watson on your hometown station, KHTS.
He broke records and piloted the F-18 Super Hornet in combat. Answering our nation's call, he served with honor. Then Mike Garcia returned home to his family, to a far worse California from where he grew up. Now, Garcia's next mission: cut taxes, clean up homelessness in our cities. With California on the brink, we need a fighter to answer the call once again. Mike Garcia for Congress.
I'm Mike Garcia, and I approve this message.
As the stay-at-home order continues through the month of April, Burger King is committed to following state and federal safety guidelines when it comes to serving you, the customer. Although in-restaurant dining has closed, pickup and delivery service continues. The current hours are 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. You can mobile order through the BK app for pickup, or you can use any of the delivery services like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Postmates. Burger King on Lyons at the 5 Freeway, now with service at 2 drive-through windows.
Save water and save money. SCV Water wants to help you find your fit and take advantage of conservation rebate programs that will help you save. Water your landscape more efficiently. Replace your lawn with water-wise plants. Conduct free in-home water surveys. Cover your swimming pool and more. Find the programs that fit your needs and start saving today. Visit conserve.yourscvwater.com to learn more.
That's conserve.yourscvwater.com.
At I-Lead Agua Dulce, we believe the most important thing a child can learn in school is who they are. Life's real tests are never standardized, which is why we've developed an individual-based curriculum that values exploration, cooperation, and creativity. As our learners grow, so do we. Our tuition-free charter school is currently enrolling grades TK through 7th and adding 8th grade in 2020. Your young learner will be immersed in a unique environment where possibility and self-discovery are at the core of every experience. The Agua Dulce campus features beautiful indoor and outdoor spaces for hands-on inspiration, including a robotics lab, a garden bed, a greenhouse, and a technology-based exploratorium. iLead Agua Dulce is conveniently located on the east side of the Santa Clarita Valley, just off the 14 freeway. Check out our homeschool options too. To schedule a campus tour or learn more about our programs, visit ileadaguadulce.org. We're enrolling now. iLead Schools. Free to think, inspired to lead.
Your hometown station, KHTS.
Welcome back. You're listening to KHTS, your hometown station, 98.1 FM and 1220 on the AM side. Hello to our Facebook Live listeners. We appreciate you joining in. This is Matt Watson, and you're listening to Eye on the Valley Homeschooling Answers. Had a lot of fun last break. That was better than coffee. Well, I don't want to exaggerate there. Okay. Well, anyways, let's get to it. Spring semester. It is the springtime, and the weather is beautiful. Spring semester for a high school senior is a magical, magical time filled with fun, excitement, anticipation, prom, senior ditch day, senior trip, graduation. At least that's what it's supposed to be. But with the pandemic, everything is upended. The class of 2020 really came up short, got the short end of the stick this year, and, my listeners know that I've got a senior at home, and it's been a little bit rough. So we at Eye on the Valley wanted to honor our seniors by spotlighting a few of them from our local high schools over the next couple of months. So today we're joined by our first senior that we're spotlighting, senior at SCVI, Connor Raskin. Connor, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for calling in. I know you're busy. You're still doing your virtual classes, but we appreciate your time. So, Connor, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? How long have you lived in Santa Clarita? How long have you gone to SCVI? What are some of your interests, the things you're involved in? Who is Connor Raskin?
Okay, so I have lived in Santa Clarita my whole life, 18 years.
All right. Oh, geez.
Yeah. And I've been at SCVI for 12 years, since first grade. So it's pretty much like my second home.
Yeah, fantastic. I understand you were one of the first kids that ever enrolled at SCVI. That is cool. So what have been some of your so you've been there a long time. Gosh, what is that, 11 years, 12 years?
Yeah.
What are your most memorable experiences at SCVI? And you can talk about high school, or if you want to go back, because I know you were there for middle and elementary school. What memories do you have at SCVI?
Man, I think some of the most memorable experiences have been the hands-on things, the hands-on projects. So, like in 6th and 7th grade, I went to Catalina with my classmates, and being able to go there and learn about marine biology and get to snorkel and see all the different wildlife in the ocean, and also in 9th grade, to learn about structural engineering, we had this gingerbread project where we got to meticulously plan out how to make a huge gingerbread structure, and I ended up making an AT-AT from Star Wars.
Out of gingerbread.
I think that was one of the most fun. Yeah, out of gingerbread.
That's cool.
Rice Krispie treats. Man, it was so cool. So I think those were my most memorable experiences.
All right, very cool. Now, with school site closures, didn't want to talk over you. Did you have something else that you wanted to add there?
No.
Okay. Okay. So with our school sites being closed, you're not on campus anymore. You're doing this distance learning thing. How's that going?
It's all right. I mean, it doesn't compare to the real thing, like being in class and having the structure that going to school provided. But it's nice to have at least some sense of normalcy in this time, being able to talk to my classmates and my friends and my teachers.
That's cool.
And have them support me in this time.
Yeah, very cool.
It's helpful.
Doing that Zoom thing. So tell us, what do you miss most about not being on campus? What's the one thing you miss the most?
I think that structure. It really benefits me being able to have a rigid schedule and showing up to school every day and being in that that frame of mind. It helps with getting work done, and it also just helps me mentally, being able to interact with people socially in person.
Okay, so you're one that needs the structure now, but don't lie to us. It isn't all bad, Connor. What are you enjoying the most about not being on campus?
It gives me a lot more time to relax. Sleep, play video games. I'm still trying to get my social interaction in by playing games with friends online. It's not terrible.
There you go. So what's your game? What's your go-to? What do you play?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I play a lot of games. I don't know if there's even one game that I could say I play.
Okay.
But I guess if I had to say something, I play a lot of No Man's Sky, which is a space game.
Okay, yeah. My engineer Patty's nodding. He's played, but he's giving me the thumbs up here. But you know me, Connor. I'm old. I have no idea what you're talking about. So.
And also Animal Crossing. I've been playing that every day.
All right, that one I know. That one my son plays. Very cool. Okay, so now looking forward to life after graduation, because whatever happens, man, you're moving on. So what are you doing next year?
Yeah. Well, I recently committed to Loyola Marymount.
All right, congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So have you picked a major yet?
Yeah, I'm going there for physics. I'm really interested in astrophysics, but I'm also really interested in film. So, two wildly different things. And for now, I'm going for physics, but I may end up completely switching. I'm not really sure.
So you're interested in film. You're going to be studying astrophysics. There could be a great level of synergy there, doing documentaries and cool studies that way. That'd be a really cool way to marry those two levels of interest. So I do want to ask, because everybody's talking about how we're not just going to hit a date where the governor or the president say, okay, masks off, gloves off, everybody go. It's going to be, we're going to ease back into things. So have you thought about what college is going to be like as you go into the fall? Do you think it's going to be just everything on campus, or do you think it'll be more all virtual like you're doing this semester? What do you think? I know no one really knows, but what do you think freshman year is going to be like?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm a little bit worried. I think there's a strong possibility that it could be somewhat of a mixed schedule. So maybe some days of the week you're doing classes online, but like once or twice a week you come into class physically. It also could be completely online. Universities were some of the first to shut down in the pandemic, so I think they're going to be extra cautious approaching this upcoming semester.
So did that affect your decision? Because I know you had several college offers. Did that affect your decision to go to LMU, or was that where you were planning on going anyways?
No, it didn't really affect my decision. I think most of the schools that I was accepted to would handle it the same. So.
Okay. So you talked astrophysics, you talked film. Any idea what you want to do with either one of those careers? Anything long term? Are you planning on being a producer, an actor? What are you going to do with astrophysics? What's your long term goals?
I haven't really thought of what I would do for astrophysics. I kind of just want to pursue it and see where it takes me.
All right.
But for film, I am specifically really interested in cinematography and editing. So I think those are the two paths that would go down. Either one. I'm still not sure yet.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right, Connor. So here you go. Let's lay it out. It's graduation night, and you are the featured speaker at SCVI's graduation. All right. So I know typically SCVI's graduation is at Higher Vision Church, and it's always a beautiful experience. So there you are. You're on stage at Higher Vision, and you're the featured speaker. You've got the mic for the next couple of minutes. What do you want to say to your family, to your friends, your teachers, classmates? Let's lay it out. Let's hear your speech.
Oh, boy. Well, these are really scary and uncertain times. And, I'm not going to lie to you. The road ahead will be rough. It will be really rough and bumpy. But we've been through so much as a community. We're strong, and I know we'll make it through this. We just have to stay strong, and keep our hopes up. So please just stay safe, stay inside. We'll get through this, and I'll see you all on the other side.
Well, fantastic. Sage words from a very wise man. Connor, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And hey, congratulations on everything you've accomplished. Congratulations on your impending graduation. We really appreciate you joining us this morning.
Of course.
You take care, Connor.
You too. Bye-bye.
Well, that is all that we have time for today, but I want to thank you very much for joining us. I want to thank our guest, Dr. Marwa Kilani from Providence Holy Cross Medical Center, SCVI Get Lit coach Jodi Blinn, show contributor Tony Watson bringing the fun this morning, and SCVI graduating senior Connor Raskin. I want to invite you to join us next week. We've got a busy week next week, an exciting week. We are here every Monday through Friday starting at 9 a.m. Next week, we'll have Mayor Cameron Smythe on Tuesday morning coming in and giving us our weekly check-in and update. We're also going to check back in with Marley Laufer from Henry Mayo Newhall Memorial Hospital, see how things are going over there. Going to be reaching out to, and I'm sure we'll get Greg Amsler, purveyor of Salt Creek Restaurant, in. And then we're also going to be talking to two of the most incredible teachers you've ever met. One English, Cheryl Sena, and one Spanish, Erika Cedeño. Plus, we're going to be spotlighting 5 more of our graduating high school seniors. So do tune in. Remember, for more information on how COVID-19 is affecting our valley, go to hometownstation.com and click on the red banner. You are listening to SCVI Charter School's Eye on the Valley, Homeschooling Answers. I'm your host, Matt Watson, and this is your hometown station, KHTS. Have a great weekend.